Today marks 1492nd day, share lessons I learn and continue to learn with you. My whole these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, really empower you to become the person that you want to become. My voice today came back, so I'm grateful for that. And today I want to speak about a topic: what to do when you are uninspired to create. What to do when really you're uninspired to do the right thing. And I think that there's a lot of things that we can do, but today we'll share nine things that you can consider to really do when really we feel uninspired. Number one is stop waiting for inspiration. Build from a trigger. It's almost like inspiration is like motivation. Waiting for motivation and motivation might never come. And we'll get old waiting for motivation. And we can ask, okay, what kind of trigger? What could they trigger? Maybe I could say like when certain music, when I play a certain track, that's when they start working. That's when they start taking action. Maybe even could it be the easiest simple thing? Maybe light a candle. I don't know. Like it just what could be one trigger that really represents a starting point, creating point, focus point, change your perspective point, creating triggers that really allows you to move to the direction that you want to move. So when this happens, I do the right thing. So what could be a trigger point? And again, this is your trigger points. You need to decide what could be the best trigger points. It could be maybe taking 3 deep breaths. That could be a trigger point to change. You put yourself in better mindfulness. Maybe one time breathe and hold and let it go. And that could be an amazing trigger to really allow yourself to really move to different state. That could be a trigger to move to different state. So there's a beautiful thing, triggers. A lot of times triggers, people call it the bad triggers, it triggers me. But maybe we can use triggers for the positive thing as well. If it's good, if you use for bad things, maybe you can use for positive. Number two, start with bad or work on purpose. Work in progress. Well, it could be that sometimes we do not start because we think that we'll do a terrible job. So writing, I will write a terrible paragraph. Like or whatever we'll do will look bad. Something will be bad. Of course, when you start, we always bad. Like this is, I love the says that if you really want to be great at the beginning, you suck, then you suck, then you suck, then you suck a little bit less, then you don't suck anymore, then you just bad, then you are a little bit better, then you are good, and then from good you can become great. But you need to go through suck. So it's really great sometimes to start with bad. So I am going to suck. I'm going to write the worst paragraph ever. With a mindset, with expectation to write the worst paragraph, that could really release you from expectations to write the masterpiece from the go. Even though that sometimes even just sometimes we understand that it's unrealistic to expect it from the first go you will be a masterpiece. But for some reason, we're still expecting that underneath of us. So being able to do this hard, will be the worst thing that I did. And have that expectation, still do it, because you need to go through the suck to get to the great. So when you do suck, when you really do things, that doing really elevates your energy, and that energy allows you to really do the right thing in the future to go. Number three, lower the bar so much you can't fail. So much you can't fail. So basically, when you think about the things that you need to do, that means we need to break that down, break that activity to the tasks that you impossible to fail, just so simple that you almost impossible to fail. So what could be that thing? Even in writing, maybe writing one sentence. Could you do one sentence? And it's about like, of course I could do one sentence. So go, that will be the first start. So when you break it down, that means that I love saying that in business, a minimal viable product. So that means the worst day, what you can pursue, what you're able to do, at the lowest standard of all. And when you're able to do that, so that means that when you really pursue that lowest standard, you do the right thing based on that lowest standard, lower the bar. And then it means at some point you reach some level that you're able to raise that bar. But if you're not doing anything, that high standard stopping you from making things happen. So sometimes if you don't take action, that high standard is bad. So lowering standards, lowering the bar, And when you are able to be consistent at the lower bar, then you need to raise your standards. Not raise your standards before you take action. If you don't take action, it doesn't matter what kind of standards you have. Number four, change your input to change your output. So that means that sometimes we don't have output because our input sucks. So we can ask, okay, where my input is coming from. Do I just listen to your music? Do I just speak with people who are uninspiring? What do I do that I don't have input? So that means maybe able to start reading different kind of books, maybe speak with different kind of people. What could I do to really explore, be adventurous? And that adventure, put new input, would allow to be more creative in making things happen. Expose ourselves to different ideas. And when you're able to expose ourselves to different things, of course, at that moment, you're able to be creative in making things happen. Number five, make a constraint. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed by all the things that we need to do. So even doing something that's constrained is extremely helpful. So for example, when I didn't exercise for a long time, and it was just daunting to go to really 1 hour training. So I said, I will go to do 5 minutes training. 5 minutes, and then I said, okay, I will do like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but I even get constrained to myself that this 5 minutes and 5 minutes only I'm going back home. And it was extremely helpful because after a month I was already doing 1 hour. But doing it at least at the beginning, giving yourself constraint what you will do and what you not do, gives you an open minded, okay, well, this is only 5 minutes. I just give myself 5 minutes, okay, I will do it. And it's almost very similar to lower a bar, but lower the bar could be just going to do a couple push-ups and that's it. But constraint is like lower bar is the total minimum, and constraint is how much maximum you will put the first day when you still suck at what you do. Number six is use the creative switch prompt or change your perspective. And again, this is a part of not creating masterpiece. I'm a creating starting point. So that means that your perspective needs to be changed sometimes. So like I'm not creating masterpiece, I'm creating my starting point. So that means that we're able to really creative switch prompt or ideas or codes that really allows us to change our perspective. So like when you think about, okay, like I'm not doing as well I would love to. What could I what kind of motto could I create for myself that really allows me to really change my perspective in the point of necessary? And when we're able to have those, like I'm not creating a masterpiece, I'm here to create a starting point, the spark. At that moment, we're able to really put yourselves in a better position to really create something new. Number seven, borrow a voice or lens. That means that sometimes when you are at the beginning, it's very great to borrow. Especially when I think about borrow it's like we need to live a life based on values. And somebody say like, I don't have values. I don't know what my values are. So it's like the best way to really understand your values is at the beginning when you have no idea what your values are is to borrow them. Find the people that you really, really admire, that the way how they live, uh, and say like this person, this is exactly how I love to live. So okay, like borrow their values, look into how they live, what kind of values they have, and really implement their values into your life. And look how you feel. Maybe say like this value I will prioritize a little bit differently, like reorient things. But after that, when you really try to live based on someone else's values, then you start to say, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, and then you're able to really adjust and really make things happen. And then you create your own values. And it might be that it'll take not 1 month, probably it'll take 6 months, maybe a year, maybe a couple of years, but it's all fine because if you are 25 and you have no idea what your values are, 1 year, even a couple of years, investing in understanding yourself and borrowing someone else's values, and most important, the person that you really admire, I think that's a very, very good deal. Number eight, when completely empty, create about the block. That means that when you are completely empty, we were able to focus exactly on what's about this block. What's happening? Like maybe I didn't nurture myself. Like understanding where that block is coming from and really work on that block. And I think that's something, okay, what could they do to go around the block? Because if you said that I'm not creative at all, so like where does that block is coming from? Again, we discussed that if if the block is here, it might be that you just really didn't do anything to really become creative. So the problem is not that you're not creative. The problem is that you didn't do anything to become creative. That's the true problem. And byproduct is that you are not creative. So being able to understand where the block is, the root cause of it, I think that's again the most important part when you don't feel when you feel completely empty. And last one is end with a win. So no matter what you do, we're able to really say, okay, I want to finish with a win. So somebody's even going to a gym, like, so when it would be to do something extra, bonus. Maybe even something to say that I prepare for tomorrow's gym and preparing your stuff for tomorrow. And when you think about anything in life, just take a picture of your progress and really make sure that you see that this is my win. This is the win of the day. This is what I wanted to do, and I even expected this one, and I exceeded my expectations. So sometimes that's why I like the book by Ed Milet, One More. And as that one more is that win that ended with a win that every single time it's like when I finish, I still end with extra win. And it's a beautiful mindset to have because I know that you are in the winning streak. So I hope that you will reflect and think about what you can do when you don't feel inspired, when you don't feel that you are able to create something. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.